I have to leave that.
That's fine.
Hola a todos, buenas tardes, buenas noches, donde estés en el mundo, acá con una invitada muy especial que tenemos hoy. Ella es una mujer latina, multinacional, porque habla inglés, sobre todo es su lengua principal, pero su lengua materna ha sido el español. Entonces vamos a hacer la entrevista en inglés porque es la manera en que ella se puede sentir más cómoda para expresarte lo que siente. Habla español perfecto, pero yo quiero que ella pueda ser auténtica. Ella es una mujer con una trayectoria y una capacidad y una fuerza y un fuego que es impresionante. Así que te invito a que leas su capítulo en el libro, su capítulo Volver a mí, del tramo al reencuentro. ¿Qué te puedo decir de Annette? Annette Cruz-Padilla es una mujer que yo admiro profundamente. Ella trabaja con gente muy vulnerable, es una defensora del pueblo y bueno, me gustaría que ya la traigamos acá a la pantalla para que la conozcas. Hi Annette, how are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm so happy to be here. I hope I'm bringing the energy and the chispa, you know?
Yes. You bring the energy and the chispa always. Annette, the day that I met you, where I was drawn to you because your energy, your love, you were like, come here, come sit down with me. And, and it was all love about you. And you always bring people together, you gather people, you're always in service. This is what I love about you, that every day of your life, yes, you're in service. So who is Annette? Who is Annette Cruz-Padilla?
Annette Padilla is a child of immigrants, but I had such a big spirit. My papi would tell me, honey, you love people. You are going to work with people. He knew right away that I was definitely going to be working with people and that I was drawn to connect. And so what I have loved and what has served me throughout my very illustrious career of over almost 38 years now with the San Francisco Sheriff's Office and being an entrepreneur now in my later episodes of life. Now I'm in that time where I am reinventing myself every day. So it's been quite a journey, and I really want people to read what I wrote because I come from a trauma. I come from many traumas, and traumas do not need to thwart you. You can grow. And what I want people to know is that you got to stay open. You cannot close down and hunker down and be afraid of life or afraid of getting hurt or live in a very scarcity mindset. You have to open your possibilities. And, I love my parents dearly. They sacrificed everything for me. My parents are originally from Mexico. And so I'm first generation U.S. citizen. And I felt that my version of the American dream, I am living it. And how do you help others? Because they feel maybe lost or with no support, no roadmap, no way of getting out of many different circumstances. Some could be poverty, some could be lack of education, some could be, no access to good foods, nutrition, just the basics. I'm so good at helping people achieve their levels, but they have to really have a well balanced. So I use a wheel of life that helps, or for some people, a pyramid. And those I help people get out of their trauma loop and then get them past where they need to go, but they have to commit. There's no halfway. You have to commit, and then the sky is the limit. I'm living proof of that. I come from poverty.
Yes. I know you're living proof, and that's why I honestly admire you, and you're an inspiration because you got out of all that and you find your way, which we are not going to say anything because you have to read her chapter. Everything is in here, Volver a mí, del trauma al reencuentro. And I know that you came from a lot of trauma, and which is you share part of that on the El amor como camino, secretos para una vida extraordinaria. She was part of the first book, so she's been a writer with us from the two books. And so on the first book, she shares her story. It's a powerful testimonial of what is possible when you really have the will. Like she said, you go for everything. And if she could do it, like if we all could do it, it's because you that are listening to us, you are watching us, you can do it too. So we want to be your reach. So you just know you have tools, because this book is about giving you tools, giving you inspiration to know how great you can be and everything is possible. So why El amor como camino? Why this book? Why you say yes to El amor como camino?
I'm so glad you asked me that question, Sylvia, because number one, because of you, because of who you are and how you represent yourself, how you come across con puro amor. I mean, really, I have come up against a lot of hate, discrimination, violence, dysfunction, and the only thing that can, because I'm also, I don't want to give anything away, but I've been with the department, so I have met people on their worst days, the days that was tragic for them, very, very intense feelings. And if you come from a place of compassion, it can change how things go. They don't always have to escalate to violence. And I find my gift as a woman, and as a great communicator, to be able to de-escalate, find out what is it that the person really, really needs to address at that moment, so that they can make that shift, so that they don't lose their capacity to make a good decision. Because a lot of things in criminality are bad decisions, and they need to stop before they get right to that bad decision and it goes really bad for them.
Yeah, and I know that you have that heart, that big heart, because we talked about this so many times. It's like when you see, like you just said, you've seen people in the worst moments of their lives, but inside of you there is this part of you're so merciful. You have this part of you that sees that there's a little light inside of them that you might ignite with your love and your compassion. And I think that's what makes you so special for this world. That's what makes you this part of the world that we can have hope. We're hopeful because there are people like you, like me. I haven't been with criminals and murderers and rapists and even serial killers, because I know you've been there. You were in the presence of evil, but still that when you can see a little light, you ignite it. That's what you keep doing. That's what you are, a ombudswoman,
Yeah.
Una defensora del pueblo. And I want to ask you, why is so important for you to inspire others? And imagine that don't imagine. There's other people watching us and listening to us that are in that moment that they don't see the light. They are living a life that they actually don't know how much they deserve. What would you tell them? Look at them and tell them.
Listen, there's a reason you were born. There's a reason why you're breathing, why you are a gift. And if you don't use the gifts that you have for something good, it's almost like a waste of your life, a waste of your energy, because you only have the one life. Bring something to life and the communities that you serve and the people that you love and care about, so that you can be present and change their trajectory. You can do that. Some people do not believe that they can change something, and you can. It takes it could be a Cesar Chavez, a Dolores Huerta. It could be any kind of a leader, just doing the best thing that you know for what you know that is right in your heart. And when you despair, it's almost like a cancer. It just really spreads, and that doesn't help anything. Complaining and being afraid will not help you. You hunker down does not always help you. You have to share a gift, like you share warmth and light. in the world. And I hope that you know that you carry that deeply inside of you. And that's what I carry that too. I carry that right here. That when I thought I wasn't enough and that I wasn't enough and good enough for this world, I said, no, that's it. I know that that's a false story, and other people's expectations should not put out that fire, that spark, that calor, whatever it is that you have in your heart to give freely, or your genius. Some people are so artistic. They're so, they're good with their hands. There's so many things out there that are not being appreciated, and really everyone has a gift. Everyone. I honestly believe everyone has something to share and grow and offer to this world. And I'm ready to do whatever I have to do in this world, because my parents taught me that they lived on a prayer and a hope to come to this country to give me a better life, and I'm living that better life. How sad would it be for me not to then impart that same American dream story and show you other ways that you can do it, that you can do it.
Wow. And I wanna really I want you that you're watching us to know that really Annette came from a lot of traumas. I mean, her life was not easy. Absolutely not. And I can tell you, not just one, many times, many traumas. But instead of she being the victim, staying in the victim mentality, she decided to take over her life and not also heal herself and change and transform herself and becoming a good person that changed the world. But she also is there for you. And especially, I know that you have this commitment to work with first responders, because you were always a first responder. So share with me, how would be the life of this first responder that suddenly just is out of the force, is out of their comfort zone, of their known zone, and then is lost? So what can you do for them?
I think I can do a really great job of pinpointing where, because we all have different pressure points in our lives. That's why I use an overall wheel, like a life wheel or a ladder, depending on where they want to go, because some people haven't even mastered their health. They're just basic health, hydration, drinking, making sure that they're getting enough rest, that they're journaling, just basics to feel like you're a totally on top human. Okay. Then there's the other part where they want to aspire to different things, but they feel thwarted and they don't even know how to begin. I am very good at developing not only businesses and leaders, but I also work with the government. So it's a lot of different steps that you can take in life to move ahead. You just don't know what's available. And sometimes you don't know what you don't know unless you start asking a person that has had so many life experience. And I've been very blessed to have had many wonderful life experiences. Also learning from trauma and how to help people out of trauma. That is one of the biggest things that I figured out, that I can change people. That's my gift. My gift is to help people.
I know. And you are such a good at this. I'm showing on the screen. And if you are not just listening to us, is Annette's website and Annette's Instagram. So you can find her, go. She's an inspiration every single day. She's there. She's with you. She will help you. And I want to read in Spanish because this is a Spanish video, but we're going to be translating. So, and I want to hear this, that más allá de su impecable carrera profesional, Annette es un ejemplo de superación personal. Annette es sobreviviente de cáncer. Annette perdió 110 libras. Hasta hoy, reconectar con su cuerpo y su propósito. Hoy la ves, es una mujer totalmente transformada y desde el crecimiento, no desde la victimez, sino desde el empoderamiento. Annette está autodenominada como catalizadora de soluciones y un humano solución. y ella pone acá una frase que te la quiero decir porque creo que es lo que ella representa. Ella te dice, porque dentro de ti hay una chispa de grandeza. So I'm inviting you to get to know her, to read her chapter. Her chapter is chapter number 12, if I'm not mistaken. And also she's in the moon. Ella está en la luna, but I'm not going to tell you why and how, because you got to read her chapter. She's in the moon, you know, and when I'm telling you she's in the moon, she's literally in the moon.
I am.
Read the chapter, yes. First and only Latina in the moon right now. So thank you, Annette, for being part of this. Today is our launching. We're launching the book, El amor como camino para emprendedores exitosos. Hoy es el momento. Acá también tenés mi Instagram, el Instagram de Annette. Seguinos, estamos en vivo en este momento para todo el mundo. Y algo que te voy a invitar es a que vayas y busques tu copia Kindle. Ya, hoy, no te lo pierdas. Está súper económico y te puede cambiar la vida. Acá tenemos 19 emprendedores de todo el mundo, 19 historias maravillosas de éxito. Todas son de éxito. El éxito se puede definir de muchas maneras, pero yo te puedo asegurar que el éxito que tenemos estos 19 escritores va mucho más allá de lo que te puedas imaginar. Annette, thank you for being here again. I love you. You are such an inspiration for me. I feel that you are such a special person, and I hope to see you soon.
I hope so too, and thank you, Sylvia. You are the best example of el amor como camino.
Thank you. Love you, and see you soon.